What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour.
What?
Sport Talk. Man Hour.
No way.
Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception?
Let's go. What is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckeister here with the Man Hour. Sure to hold over to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page. Check out that Explorer cab. But most importantly, guys, right here, right now, if you are not subscribed to whatever platform you're listening to us on, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, I want you guys to go down there and hit the subscribe button down below. And also, hit the like button. And then, third time's a charm, hit that share button as well. Share this with a couple friends as well, because sharing is caring at the end of the day. Guys, it is Thursday. We are live, raw, uncut, every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time. And we're going to talk about the Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills. We are going to be talking about the game of the weekend today. This is segment number 1. We're going to be talking about the rematch of all rematches. Let's just be honest. It is a big, big game. But the first question is can the Buffalo Bills defense slow down the Baltimore Ravens offense? Can they do it? Can they do it? Can they do it? I most certainly hope they can. But most importantly, guys, what happens if they both have bad games? Meaning the MVPs, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. That's right, co-MVPs. What happens if they both have bad games? Who can have a worse game and who can still win that game? We're going to talk about that. And then continue our trek across the AFC landscape. We're going to talk about game number 1, Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. The Kansas City Chiefs guys are 0-2 at 4 o'clock games so far this season. But we're talking about the Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Do the Chiefs have to score 30 points to win this game? What? What if it's a defensive slugfest? What happens? And is it time to put CJ Stroud as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Is it time to put some respect on the kid's name or what? Because this man is balling. It is time to put some respect on the kid's name. But is it time? Is it really time? And then we got some cold, hard facts. I got 4 cold, hard facts, guys, that you guys are going to enjoy. And they're cold, hard facts. The simple fact of the matter, it is facts and it needs to happen this week, or it's going to happen, right? And of course, you got a little bit of fact mixed in with a little bit of crap. We're going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles defense. We're going to talk about how elite Jordan Love is. And speaking of top quarterbacks, Jayden Daniels. This man is 6-0 in one-score last 10-second games this year. What happens in this close-score game? Is it a factor of crap that the Commanders are better than the Detroit Lions? We're going to talk about that hell of a lot more tonight, guys, on this Thursday edition, but we got to welcome some people in the chat. Before we get too carried away, we got to welcome some people into the chat, and it starts off with Laura Johnson-Hedrick. She is a pigskin pundit, and she says, good evening, y'all. Laura, good evening to you, madam. And hopefully, Laura, you're having a grand old day. Hopefully, you are better than you were Monday night. Hopefully, you are better than you were Tuesday night. Hopefully, you're better than the Wednesday night because you're Minnesota Vikings are in the playoffs. One and done, baby. One and done. Sorry, Minnesota Vikings fans. Had to put that jab in there, but one and done. Ha, 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 ha. I'm kidding. I'm slowing down, baby. But we got my man Nacho Gomez in there. That man's got the top fan diamond. What's up, Nacho Gomez? He says, how about those Rams? Nacho, how about those damn Rams, man? They are balling out, dude. They're one of the hottest teams in the NFL, and the Philadelphia Eagles need to be on upset alert. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. We'll be talking about the Rams Eagles a lot tomorrow, along with the Commanders and Detroit Lions. So if you guys are the NFC side of things, tune in tomorrow. We'll be talking about it as well. And Laura says, look, Dallas Cowboys can take anybody they want. They can take Kevin O'Connell. They can take Robert Saleh. They can take Bill Belichick. They can take Andy Reid, but you do not take my man Brian Flores. Brian Flores is saying, put in Minnesota, says Laura, do not take that man at all. Sorry, Laura, but Brian Flores is going bye-bye. He has interviewed with the Jaguars. There's a Chicago. Brian Flores is getting a lot of interviews right now, right? Getting a lot of interviews. And we got another pigskin pundit in the chat. We got John in the chat. Says, what up? John, they do got video footage, man. They do got video footage of it. Now when we get some dollar bills, y'all. Dollar bills. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Then we got the Buffalo Bills connoisseur himself. This man's on cloud 9 right now. This man says, I want everybody healthy, and we're going to whoop that ass on Saturday. We're going to whoop that ass on Sunday. Hell, we'll whoop y'all up on Tuesday. It doesn't matter. I got my man Alpha Rob says, what up, Buck? What up? What's up, Alpha Rob? Hope you're having a good day, man. Hope you're having a grand old day. Man, How do you guys get that primetime Sunday night game? Get that primetime Sunday night game. Woof, 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 woof. And pigskin pundits, get you some, get you some, get you some. You got another pigskin pundit. Got Casey Morgan's a pigskin pundit as well. And a 4-year anniversary follower. Damn, Casey, it's been a minute since you've been a part of the Man Hour Nation. Says, what's good? Casey, everything's good, man. Everything's good. We woke up alive. We took a deep breath. He says, woo. Damn, baby, close those legs. Afro man, right? Afro man. Got my man Derek in the chat as well. What's up, Derek? We give a good evening to you. Actually, Derek, to you, it's afternoon over there in Vegas, right? Living it up, living up. We got TS in the chat. It says, what about those back enders? They're doing well. Who are the back enders? I don't know what you're talking about there, TTS. Can you elaborate what the back enders are? Can somebody drop some little bit of slang for me and send me what the back enders are? Are we talking about the Dallas Cowboys? Are they the back enders? Are we talking about the Denver Broncos? Are they the back enders? I'm confused. And then Alpha Rob says, "Hey, slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Brian Flores is trying to get away from Sam Darnold." But Alpha Rob, what you don't know is Brian Flores is going to go get a job. Whether it be the Jets or Giants or whatever job's out there, right? He is going to go get that job. And his first call is like, hey, Sam Darnold, come on down here, man. I'll give you $45 million. And Derek says he's from Cali, baby. He's from Cali, baby. Slow it down. Listen here, Derek. I don't want you rubbing your 65-degree weather in our faces. Here in the real world, it's cold as shit outside. It's cold as shit outside. And John says the back-enders are the LA Rams. Why are they called the back-enders? I'm confused. Somebody explain it to me. I'm not the sharpest pencil in this shit, I guess. Is that what they say? And Laura says, oh no, we're done and done. The Vikings are one and done. Check. No more talking about the Vikings. We're done. They were one and done, Buck. You got it. You got it out of your system. You're right, Laura. You are right. You're right. I got it out of my system. So let's go ahead and talk about the AFC, Laura. Let's go ahead and jump over to the AFC side of the things, and let's talk about the divisional opponent. This game that I have circled that I'm going to watch tooth and nail. I'm staying up late and watch this game. It's the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Guys, the Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens go to battle in the final divisional game of the weekend. This is the rematch back from week 4 in which the Baltimore Ravens boat raced that ass. They beat the Buffalo Bills 35-10. On the flip side, the Buffalo Bills were injured, right? Josh Allen had that broken hand, no Amari Cooper. There were a lot of people out. And the Baltimore Ravens, they were a totally different team as well. But since then, both teams have exploded. To the moon, baby, as they like to say. But the real question, the game inside the game that I'm going to ask, guys, is can the Buffalo Bills defense slow down that Baltimore Ravens offense? Because when you look at the Baltimore Ravens, guys, they have been top-notch all season long. When you say Baltimore Ravens, you normally think defense, not the number one overranked offense in the NFL. Not the best 1-2 punch in the NFL, like either with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. That's right, they have the number one ranked offense along with the best 1-2 punch in the NFL. If you're wrong, fight with yourself. But the Buffalo Bills defense has not been top-notch at all. 17th ranked defense as of right now. They are playing better. Let's not get it crazy, right? Last week versus the Denver Broncos, held the Broncos to 145 yards passing, just to 79 yards rushing, and only 7 points. Mark, can your boys check their pulse? Have they woke up yet, or are they still dead? Back to week 18. The Buffalo Bills only gave up 77 yards rushing. How about the week before that? 112 yards passing versus Aaron Rodgers. That's right, Aaron freaking Rodgers, Mr. Top 10 quarterback himself. Only 112 yards passing. And they held Breece Hall to under 45 yards rushing. But, slow it down, baby. It was the Broncos. It was the Patriots. And then the Jets. So, guys, in the comments below, let's answer this question. Can the Buffalo Bills defense legitimately shut down or slow down, not even shut down, just slow down the Baltimore Ravens offense? The answer to this question is no. The answer to this question is absolutely not. There is no way the Buffalo Bills defense is going to slow down not only Lamar Jackson, but Derrick Henry, the best 1-2 punch in the NFL. Somebody check my pulse and see if I'm dead, because I am boasting up the Baltimore Ravens right now. Guys, this is going to be a complete shootout. This game should be a complete shootout unless playoff Lamar Jackson shows up. Unless playoff Josh Allen shows up. Yes, I know Josh Allen has 25 touchdowns to 4 interceptions in the playoffs, but he likes to dribble himself down the leg when there's 13 seconds left on the clock, right? They're good for 59 minutes and 46 seconds. Let's just be honest. Or 47 seconds, whatever it is. But, guys, I do not think that the Buffalo Bills defense can hang with the offense of Baltimore Ravens. I think it's going to be offensive shootout. I think this is going to be one of those games where, like, damn, who's going to have the ball less is going to score or is going to, like, win, I should say. So what do you guys think? Can the Buffalo Bills defense, Von Miller, number 57, I always forget his name, is number 57, he's a freaking dog, right? Can anybody in the Buffalo Bills defense step up and stop Derrick Henry? Stop Lamar Jackson, let alone stop both of them. Can they slow them down? Let's see what you guys are saying over here in the comments. What are you guys saying in the comments? John says they backed away in the playoffs. No, they didn't back away from the playoffs. B-Boy Bro says I got the Chiefs over the Texans. We talked about them a minute. Laura says, go Bills, but I really want to say go purple. See, guys, here on the Man Hour, we have a t-shirt, or we have a saying. Say, stop waffling around. And this is a definition of a waffle. When you look up waffle in the Man Hour dictionary, when you go to manhourradio.com/dictionary, you are going to see the word waffle. And this comment right here that Laura just put up is going to be the definition of a waffle. Laura says, go Bills, but I really want the purple. So basically what Laura is doing, saying, yeah, I want the Bills to win, but I'm rooting for the Baltimore Ravens. But if the Buffalo Bills win, I'm like, I told you so. But if the Baltimore Ravens win, like, see, I was rooting for them the whole time. Laura, this is a definition of a waffle. Am I on one today? Absolutely. But this is a waffle. If you guys do not know what a waffle is, look up this comment right here on the screen. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Laura, pick a freaking side, girl. I understand you're a Pixium pundit. I understand you're a tough fan. But ain't no sliding today. Pick a side, young lady. Pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. It's blue or it's purple. It's not no brown color. I guess that would make blue and purple. I don't know what blue and purple would make, but it's not no brown color. There's no gray area. It's blue or it's purple, Laura. Blue or purple. Got my man Ant in the chat today as well. What's up, Ant? What's up? What's up? What's up? Ant, guys, is in a house divided. Ant decided to call out his old lady. Ant's old lady is a Steelers fan. Ant is a Ravens fan. And he just could not let her moan in peace. Just couldn't let it go. And John said the Ravens are going to win in a shootout. To me, this is the definition of a shootout, 35-34. John, I like that score. For the average NFL fan, this is a score that they want to see. They want to see some high-scoring flying balls going around crazy, right? But slow it down. Baltimore Ravens defense has gotten better. Since the bye week, since they moved Hamilton back to safety, back to his true position. No more in the box BS. Passing defense is getting a little bit better. Maybe. But Alpha Rob says, whoa, but that's tough, baby. He says, that's tough. But we, meaning the Buffalo Bills, have paced ourselves all year long. We just wanted to be healthy. We didn't care about that week 4 boat race. We didn't care week 4 that we went into Baltimore Ravens and got beat 35-10. We don't care that they said bad baby, bad baby, bad baby. We got bigger goals. We got bigger aspirations. We got Super Bowl in mind, Buck. Alpha Rob, I think you're right, baby. I think you're right. But that's tough. That's tough, baby. That's tough. And Ant says, oh, hell no. If anybody thinks the Buffalo Bills are going to slow down Ant's Baltimore Ravens, get your pulse checked. Get your pulse checked. Get your eyes checked. Get out there and see what's going on, because the Baltimore Ravens are God's gifts to this world. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers if he plays. Hell, we could probably even throw Deontay Johnson since we re-signed him after we waived him, and then the Texans waived him, then we can bring him back in. Right? I mean, there's alternative motives to bringing him back in, meaning after the Super Bowl run, they can release him again and get a 4th-round pick for him. But we'll go that into another day. But Ant says, check your pulse, people. Check your pulse. Nobody's stopping the Ravens. And Ant, my man Alpha Rob, says, hey, a defense is a good offense. He says, hey, we're going to run the ball down the Baltimore Ravens' throats. Yeah, our defense is subpar. Yeah, we give up a lot of 3rd down conversions. Yeah, we let them get in the red zone. They score at a 60% rate. Yeah, we might be 17th ranked overall defense, but slow it down, baby. We going to control that clock. We going to give it to Ray Davis if he's back from a concussion. We going to give it to James Cook. We're going to give it to Josh Allen with his legs that he's rushed for 500 yards this season so far, and he's going to get his first downs. We're going to milk that clock. We're going to keep Baltimore Ravens off the field, and Lamar Jackson going to have to play from behind and going to have to pass the ball, which is where he sucks. That's what Alpha Rob is saying. With those 5 words, that's what Alpha Rob said. But he says the defense is a good offense. Alpha Rob, you are right, baby. You are right. But I wonder, who does a shootout favor more? When we think about this logistically, did I say that right? Logically, does a shootout favor the Baltimore Ravens more or the Buffalo Bills more? Because I think defense is going to be at not a premium, right? It's going to be below average defense on both sides of the ball. I'm not saying their defenses suck. I'm just saying that their offenses are both that good. Both of these teams' defenses will match up very, very good against the Kansas City Chiefs. Right? They'll be able to keep them underneath 30 points like everybody else has. But, I'm saying both of these offenses are really, really good. A shootout, to me, in my opinion, favors the Baltimore Ravens more. It favors them more because Lamar Jackson can kind of just play all freestyle willy-willy, and that's when he is great. Lamar Jackson is great is when he can improvise, roll the pocket, scramble when need be, but pass the ball deep. That is his best quality, is passing the ball deep. Mid-range pass, nickeling, diming you down the field. That is when Lamar Jackson's game goes, don't shoot the messenger. The facts are the facts. Facts are the facts. Nacho Gomez says, but every year the Ravens choke in the playoffs. Just not last year. Just not the year before that. Not the year before that. Or the year before that. But since 2015, 2012, the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson have been choking in the playoffs. Nacho, you are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. And actually, I think I proposed that question for Hoffy and Mark on Tuesday. I don't know if Hoffy read it or like or not. I was having a good time with the fam. But my question that I wanted to propose last night and Tuesday was, by Lamar Jackson playing well versus the Pittsburgh Steelers last week, has this playoff monkey finally gotten off of his back? Is the playoff woes finally off the back of Lamar Jackson? And me personally, I think he's getting a little bit more comfortable, right? The play calling seems to be a little bit more his style. Derrick Henry in the backfield helps a lot. What, he had 25 carries last week versus the Pittsburgh Steelers? Having Derrick Henry in the backfield is life-changing for Lamar Jackson. But I wonder, with Derrick Henry in the backfield now, him playing decent versus the Pittsburgh Steelers last week, has that playoff choke monkey kind of fallen off his shoulder? Or is it still kind of hanging on for dear life? We will see this come Sunday night. We will see if the choking Lamar Jackson is still there, or the monkey is completely gone? That's the big question that I want to see. That is the game inside the game that I want to see. And John says, do you think getting over the hump and they beat the Chiefs? Who? Who beats the Chiefs? The Buffalo Bills or the Baltimore Ravens? Because I think Casey sent me a meme and it said it best, right? The Bills match up the best against the Chiefs. The Chiefs match up best against the Ravens, and the Ravens match up best against the Buffalo Bills. Like, is that triple triangle like a threat? I believe it was a rock, paper, scissors reference, right? So I'm not for sure who do you think can get over the hump and beat the Chiefs? Is it the Baltimore Ravens? No, I don't think the Baltimore Ravens do beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Do I think the Buffalo Bills can beat the Kansas City Chiefs? Yes. Do I think the Buffalo Bills can get past the Baltimore Ravens? Right? It's that triple thick. It's rock, paper, scissors, right? Rock, paper, scissors. Derek says, who gets more rushing yards for the quarterbacks? And I think it's going to be, hands down, it's going to be Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is that X factor for that whole team, right? James Cook for the Buffalo Bills has 1,000 yards rushing this season. Josh Allen has 500. On the other hand, Lamar Jackson did break 1,000 yards this season. Derrick Henry has 1,900. So I would lean towards Josh Allen more because Baltimore Ravens does have Derrick Henry. And you're using him, and you're going to abuse him, or you're going to lose that game. Let's just be honest. If you're not using Derrick Henry and you lose this game, there's going to be a lot of upset people. I'm just calling a spade, right? WBN says it's going to be Allen and Cook versus Lamar and Henry. Whoever gets the most yardage on the ground will win that game. Ooh. You know, Ant, I would agree with you, but Josh Allen throws a hell of a ball. Hell of a ball. And it's cold. It's going to be windy. That is tough. Alpha Rob says the Buffalo Bills defense can shut down their wide receivers. And Alpha Rob, I think you're correct. Not if Zay Flowers does not play on Sunday, advantage Buffalo Bills, 100%. 100% advantage Buffalo Bills if that were to happen. Laura says it's going to be a close game, but I think the Buffalo Bills will come out on top. So after Laura waffled around for a good 6 minutes, go purple, but go Buffalo Bills. At the same time, she says, hey, slow it down, Buck. Slow it down. I'm picking the Buffalo Bills. Okay, pick those Buffalo Bills, baby. My man KB over YouTube.com says the Ravens are about to find out what the Buffalo Bills defense can do. KB says, hey, the Buffalo Bills defense isn't so shabby, Buck. The Buffalo Bills defense is not that bad. They're only going to give up 300 yards passing and 150 yards on the ground. They're not that bad. Ant says, you talking about Mac Milano, Buck, I think? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. John says he's going to be a homer. Why would I be a homer? I've been straight with you guys all season long. Come on now. KB says one spy on Lamar Jackson and the rest of the team to tackle Derrick Henry. We'll take the ball away at least 3 times, and that goes to the Buffalo Bills defense does. KB, that's a perfect way to start. Start by stopping the the Baltimore Ravens. That is a perfect way. Spy Derrick Henry. Everybody else tackle Derrick Henry. Sorry. I should have said spy Lamar Jackson. Everybody else tackle Derrick Henry. That's a perfect game plan, right? That is a perfect game plan, except for what is the average size of the Buffalo Bills linebacking core? 225 pounds. How big is Derrick Henry? 260 pounds. You're going to have 4 guys tackle that man to get him down. I'm 246.3. Even in my prime heyday when I was 245, 250, I'm not tackling Derrick Henry. And God be mighty, there's not going to be no 225-pound linebacker tackling Derrick Henry. They might be able to get him once or twice in the backfield by diving at his ankles. But once he passed the line of scrimmage, that's 5 yards, baby. That is 5 yards. KB, I like where your head's at, though, man. I like where your head is at. Spy Lamar Jackson, make Derrick Henry beat you, right? And that should be the game plan going in. But let me take it one step further. I want the Buffalo Bills secondary to play off the receivers. Yeah, give them some space. Let them try to nickel and dime you down the field because Lamar Jackson will get impatient. He throws bad balls, middle across the field, short passes. That is his worst weakness of his whole game. He throws a nice deep ball. He scrambles the ball really, really well. Mid-range throws, not very good. It is what it is. Not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm not saying that he's anything. I'm saying he throws a bad mid-range ball. Corners and safety play off. Linebackers play up. That's the recipe for winning. K. Raid says the Ravens bill is a tough pick this week. As long as playoff Lamar doesn't show up, the Ravens should win. That's a big if. Right, K-Rad, that is the biggest what if. And like I spoke on it a couple minutes ago, is the playoff monkey off of Lamar Jackson's back? Is he done finally pissing down his leg in nut crunch time? Is he finally done being scared? Is the play calling finally going to suit his abilities? Like, that is the biggest question, honestly. That is the biggest question. And I think we were probably going to find out in second quarter. I feel the first quarter is going to be a nice little feel it out, nice little jab, boom, 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 a few punts maybe. And then the second quarter, we'll see if it's playoff Lamar Jackson of this year, where the monkey is off of his back, or 2023, 2022 playoff Lamar Jackson. That's the biggest question. KB says the Buffalo Bills offense and defense have spent just about everybody in the NFL, at least all the good teams. I'm not for sure. So the Buffalo Bills offense and defense have spent just about everybody. So they faced about everybody good so I think what you're trying to say, KB, is the Baltimore Ravens had a very, very tough schedule this season. You are absolutely right. They played a tough slate of games this season. Right? They played the Bengals. Whether you record or not, the Bengals are a good team. They played the Kansas City Chiefs, right? They played the Denver Broncos. Not a terrible team. Right? They played top-notch opponents all season long. And honestly, that was one of the reasons why I thought the Baltimore Ravens were going to go from worst to first in their division, because their schedule was pretty tough. So they are battle-tested. They are ready. The Buffalo Bills, on the other hand, haven't played a good team, really, for over a month. They played the Jets, they played the Patriots, and then they played the Patriots again, right? And then they played the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos not a terrible team, but they're not very good either. The Buffalo Bills, we will find out, right? We will find out. And Alpha Rob said his Buffalo Bills, that's right, put some respect on their name, his Buffalo Bills will win this game 38-27. And honestly, Alpha Rob, to me, that kind of sounds like a shootout, right? I feel like over that, once a team breaks that 30-32 point mark, you're kind of in a shootout, and I think that favors the Baltimore Ravens. If it's a low scoring game, it favors the Buffalo Bills, but I like your score. I mean, spanked tough teams. What tough teams have the Ravens spanked this season? Are you referring to the Buffalo Bills? Or are you referring to the Raiders? Because they lost to the Raiders. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens did spank a couple teams earlier in the season, right? They did beat down the Buffalo. They did beat down the Buffalo Bills. What was it, 35-10, right? And then they beat down the Denver Broncos. What was that score? 42-10 or 42-7? I cannot remember. And then they really haven't. The scores just finally pulled up here. So 41-10 to the Denver Broncos, 35-10 to the Buffalo Bills. Other than that, I really don't see any, quote, spankings or blowouts. I mean, you can say they spanked the Steelers 34-17, spanked the Giants 34-10, 10, 35-10. I don't know. Smackdown in your face football. Oh, so you're playing smash mouth football. Is that the Baltimore Ravens are? Yes, they do play smash mouth football. Maybe that's what you're referring to. Yes, they do play smash mouth football. Give the ball to Derrick Henry. Let the man eat. Right. Let the man eat. Josh Olson's in the chat. What's up, Josh? Top fan over here as well. He says the Baltimore Ravens win 31-17. Okay. He also says Derrick Henry will get 150 yards plus. If he doesn't, the Baltimore Ravens have failed. I just want to put that out there. If he does not have 125 yards plus in this game, the Baltimore Ravens fail this game. The Baltimore Ravens lose this game. Alpha Rob says the Buffalo Bills, of course, Ravens don't have the wide receivers. They have Deontay Johnson now. Toby Craig said the Chiefs for a three-peat. No questions asked. 25, 24, 23. Yes, sir. WBN says Henry is out closer and he makes the game more easier for Lamar. All the attention isn't on Lamar anymore. You are correct. However, Ant, you know this for you being a Baltimore Ravens fan. In the Baltimore Ravens, 4 of their 5, actually, I think it's all 5 of their losses this season. Derrick Henry has a total of 3 touches in the fourth quarter. So if you want to win, you better give the ball to Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter. We saw the Tennessee Titans do it just a couple years ago. They were down to Seattle by, 21 points in the fourth quarter? They kept giving the ball to Derrick, and they ended up winning that game. Just give the ball to Derrick Henry. And Tristan Martinez says, let's go Ravens. Let's go Ravens. Ravens flock, baby. I don't know. John says, you got to get you some of that ground and pound, baby. Let's go. I do love some good ground and pound, right? Good ground and pound. Derek says they forget about Hill in the second half. Well, because I'm forgetting the guy's first name, Justice Hill. Justin Hill and Keaton Mitchell are afterthoughts, right? Let's just be honest. They're second, third, fourth string guys. I mean, you want to get your boy. Derrick Henry's your guy, Derek. Derrick Henry is your guy. Jonas Howard says, I like Baltimore in this game. Baltimore is going to use the play action passes. I bet you they just run a lot of speed option. I'm just saying, I like me some speed option. Laura says, I just hope it's a good game, and I don't want to move off of my sofa except for the commercials because she'll be eating waffles. Derek says, Lamar changed the game, made it faster. No, Derek, Lamar Jackson didn't change the game. The RPO game was already in place, right? Lamar Jackson just perfected it. Let's just be honest. Lamar Jackson was able to perfect the RPO. Aaron Chanel says, Chiefs 3-peat. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We'll be talking about the Chiefs coming up, Aaron, so stay tuned. Derek says it's all starts of the season where they're running Hill outside, no up the gut. Now, the problem is to start the season is they forgot about Derrick Henry. And Ann says, if anybody wants to bet some money, feel free to inbox me. That's how confident in my Ravens. Put your money where your mouth is. Okay. And Alpha Rob says the Buffalo Bills going to jump on top early and limit Derrick Henry's carries. I like it, Alpha Rob. I like it. But speaking about the Buffalo Bills, they have a couple players on their team that the Baltimore Ravens defense kind of needs to worry about, right? Because let's just be honest. The Buffalo Bills defense has been pretty bad all season long. Ever since their bye week, ever since they moved Hamilton from inside the box back to his true safety position, they were not a very good defense. Now they've gotten a little bit better. They're improving each and every week. However, the Buffalo Bills offense is the key to this ignition. The Buffalo Bills offense is what is going to win them this game, the AFC Championship, and potentially the Super Bowl, not the defense. So, guys, let me ask you this question. On the Buffalo Bills offense, who is the one player that the Baltimore Ravens have to stop on Sunday? If there's an X factor, it's a guy that you want to take completely out of the game. Who is that one guy? And obviously, everyone would say, oh, it's Josh Allen. Josh Allen, Josh Allen, Josh Allen. Let's not get it twisted. The man is the MVP for a reason. Josh Allen is the man, the myth, the legend. He's the MVP for a reason. But you're not going to be able to stop Josh Allen. Let's just be honest. The man has 500 yards rushing this season, 3,700 yards passing, and he is a beast. When it is nut crunch time, he says, get on my back, boys. Let me carry you. 25 touchdowns to 4 interceptions in his postseason life. But if there's a player that the Baltimore Ravens have to stop on the Buffalo Bills offense, it's a player that wasn't playing back in week 4. It's a player that actually wasn't even on the team come week 4. That is the one and only Amari freaking Cooper. You need to lock this guy down, period. No questions asked. Amari Cooper gets 0 catches in this game. 0 catches. He is the X factor. He is the wide receiver that is going to make this team click. He is the player that makes this team a balanced offense. Having Amari Cooper on the field alone gives you the ability to rush Ray Davis, to rush James Cook, to rush Josh Allen. Amari Cooper is the X factor, and the Baltimore Ravens have to know this. They have to go in this game and expect to shut him down. He is the X factor. Why is this? Because the last time Amari Cooper played the Baltimore Ravens, he had 98 yards receiving. Before that, he had 58 yards receiving. Amari Cooper averages just 4 catches versus the Baltimore Ravens, dating back to his time with the Oakland Raiders. That's right, not the Vegas, not the LA, the Oakland Raiders. That long ago, he's been playing against the Baltimore Ravens. He only averages 4 catches a game. And he's only found the end zone twice against them. He wants to go out there and he wants to eat and he wants to dominate the Baltimore Ravens. He got tired of getting smacked around when he was a Cleveland Brown, getting smacked around by the Baltimore Ravens defense. He wants to ball out. He wants to be the man, the myth, the legend. So, guys, in the comments below, who do you think is the one guy on the on the Buffalo Bills offense that the Baltimore Ravens need to shut down outside of Josh Allen? Because obviously Josh Allen is the MVP for a reason. Who is that one guy? Who is that one guy? And Danilo says Lamar Jackson. I did not know Lamar Jackson switched teams and played for the Buffalo Bills. But yes, you do need to shut down Lamar Jackson. Do not get it twisted. I'm with you. If you control Lamar Jackson, keep him in the pocket, force him to throw short intermediate passes, you will win that game. Now, for Rob's like, you don't know who's getting the ball in the Bills' offense. You don't. You don't. You were right, Alpha Rob. They're a very, very well-balanced offense. But if you shut down Amari Cooper, that shuts down half of the field. That makes your rookie receivers, which everybody doubted this season. Let's not forget back in June and July, we're like, oh, the Buffalo Bills are probably a second, third place team because of the receiving core. Yes, they did out Amari Cooper, week 9, week 8? Amari Cooper has been a big game changer for the Buffalo Bills. But let's not forget that this is a very, very young, very, very inexperienced, a very questionable receiving core for the Buffalo Bills still. You shut down Amari Cooper, bada bing, bada boom, you want Coleman to start catching your ball. Do you have your money on Coleman to catch the ball, to find the end zone, to be that guy that can get 100 yards, to make that big play when Josh Allen needs it? I don't know, baby. That is tough. That is tough. Isaac Davis in the chat says that LOL, Texans and Ravens both can and have stopped Josh Allen. LOL, Isaac Davis. That was when the Buffalo Bills were nowhere near what they were. That was week 4 and week 5. That was when Josh Allen had a broken hand. That's when Amari Cooper was on the field. That was in that wide receiver core was like still wet behind the ears and they still had their mommy wiping their asses. Both of these teams are 2 totally different teams right now. The Buffalo Bills are a hell of a lot better. The Baltimore Ravens are a hell of a lot better. Hell, the Houston Texans are a hell of a lot better. Every team in this year's playoffs, or right now in this divisional round, from week 4 to week 20, they are mass improved teams. There's a reason why they're in the divisional championship game. So don't be acting like, oh, they stopped Josh Allen 3 months ago. 3 months ago, Josh Allen wasn't banging this hot chick. 3 months ago, Josh Allen wasn't engaged. Three months ago, Josh Allen didn't have 6 baby mamas. Everybody's changed, baby. Everybody's changed. Slow it down. Damn, that's tough. Josh Allen says, Josh Olsen, not Josh Allen. Josh Olsen says, although I'm picking the Baltimore Ravens, however, I want the Bills to win. Insert hashtag waffle for Josh. Laura, you have set the standard tonight of waffling around who is going to win this game. Laura, Mrs. Pigskin Pundit herself, if you guys want to be like Laura, click on the subscribe button below, become a Pigskin Pundit, be most appreciated. We've set this president of waffling around. There's no waffling around here on Man Hour, Josh. Go to manhourradio.com/dictionary and you see the word waffling. It says do not do. You have to pick one side. Although I want the Ravens to win, I want the Buffalo Bills to win. Like, come on. You can't be doing that shit. Come on, yo. Pick a side. Mark D has put corruption. Mark D has put cancer in the Man Hour chat. Somebody yell at Mark D. This is unacceptable. WBN says, besides Allen, I'm saying James Cook. The dude can make plays and run and the passing game. And I was leaning back and forth. At first, I had James Cook wrote when I proposed this question to myself, because like obviously I'm the one-man show, right? I'm the producer, I'm the editor, I'm the voice of the reasoning of the people. I had James Cook down. James Cook has 1,100 yards this season. He has 300 yards catching plus in the backfield. Hell, if you want to date back to last season, I think he just rushed and scored another touchdown on the Dallas Cowboys. When James Cook gets going, you cannot stop this man. The problem is it takes for him a while to get going. James Cook kind of reminds me of Derrick Henry. They're kind of like diesel engines. It's going to be cold, it's going to be snowing, and sometimes it takes that diesel engine just a little bit to get going, right? But you still got to keep going with it, right? Yeah, it's sluggish. Yeah, it's blah, 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 blah. You still got to keep going, right? You still got to give it some gas and go, baby, right? But damn it, once that diesel engine gets warmed up, I don't care if it's negative 25 degrees outside. As long as my gas doesn't gel up, I am going to the moon, baby. And James Cook and Derrick Henry, give them the ball, give them the ball. They're going to eat. But it takes them a while to get warmed up. Third quarter, fourth quarter, they balling. Amari Cooper is going to be balling all game long if you do not shut him down. John, Mr. Pigskin Pundit himself, he says the bottom line of who wins this game is whose old line and defensive line does their job the best and is the most healthy. And John wants to waffle around the answer too. He's like, I'm not going to pick a team, and I'm not going to give you an X factor. Hell, I'm not even going to give you a score. What offensive line holds less? What offensive line doesn't jump off sides? What defensive line gets a sack? Come on, John. But the answer to that question will be the Buffalo Bills. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the Baltimore Ravens are the highest penalized team in the NFL. Like, I remember seeing that stat about week 14, week 15, and there's a large gap between them and like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? The gap may have closed a little bit, right? The rest may have been rigging the NFL, right? But the Baltimore Ravens are one of the most penalized teams in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Hold me accountable in the chat, but let me know. Am I still wrong, or am I still right about that? Stephen Tompkins says Khalil is going to go off. Ravens are going to be spread too thin. 15 different players with the receiving TD. The Buffalo Bills are very, very well. I'm sure I said his name wrong. But the Buffalo Bills are a very, very well balanced team, right? But I still think it's Amari Cooper you got to shut down. I think Amari Cooper is the guy that you got to shut down. And Nash Prod, what's up, Nash Prod? Long time no see. He says James Cook or Amari Cooper, baby. He says it's one or the other. He says, Buck, I haven't been around for a little while, My Titans have been bad, and I apologize, so I'm going to waffle around your answer and give you 2 answers. Come on, baby. Slow it down. Alpha Rob says Shakir is Allen's go-to guy. He is. He was Shakir. This is Shakir's 2nd or 3rd year, Alpha Rob. But I know last year, like he definitely earned that trust, right? Definitely earned that trust. Jim Powell, the CEO of the Picks and Pundits, says lesser defense have shut down Cooper in the West alone. Huh? Are you referring to the Ravens? Or sorry, the Raiders? Or this, I guess the Seahawks when he had that broken hand. I don't know what you're talking about, Jim. Alpha Rob says X factors are going to be Hollis and Samuels. I do like Hollis. Mac, is it Mac or Max or whatever? Yeah, I definitely like that. Derek says, does it snow in Buffalo and we don't see the game till Monday? Is it supposed to snow this weekend? If it snows, it's going to be a rigged NFL. I'm calling it now. If it snows and that game gets moved back till Tuesday or till Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, and Zay Flowers all of a sudden is healthy, slow it down, baby. Slow it down. I'm not saying it's rigged, but it's rigged. I'm kidding. Eagles fan 26. What's up, Eagles fan? He says, if the Raven gets Zay Flowers back, they definitely bag the win. If not, it's up in the air. Much like up in the air, like Saquon Barkley doing a backflip or a back jump and do whatever Saquon Barkley does. Listen, Zay Flowers might be the true X factor on the Baltimore Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens side. Might. Nash Prod says, we were missing 3 of our best defensive players in the Ravens. Eagles fan says, but I want to see the Baltimore Ravens win. He wants to see the Baltimore Ravens win because the Ravens match up better against the Kansas City Chiefs, and therefore they don't have to play the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I see what you're doing. I see what you're saying. Derek says, I'm picking Buffalo, but I want to see a no-ring team win it. Waffle around again, baby. I'm kidding. John says, be careful what you ask for, Detroit Lions. Okay. I see what you guys doing. We got my man Darcy in the chat as well. It says they played the best team, the Lions. We're not talking about the NFC today there, Darcy. So I'm not for sure why you're bringing up the Baltimore or the Detroit Lions, but hey, the Lions lost to the Buffalo Bills. I'm just saying. They lost to them. Scooby UT says, what do you feel about the Commanders with the Boink win? We'll talk about that on Friday. We will talk about that on Friday. We'll talk about NFC on Friday, guys. We'll have the Eagles, Rams, and the Commanders and Lions on Friday. We'll definitely talk about them. But Nacho says the Buffalo Bills win easy. Says easy. Easy. And the Jets have the most potential. What? This man. John says, okay, point to whose record is best. The Buffalo Bills have the better record. What does that have to do with anything? The Baltimore Lions. Did I say the Baltimore Lions? Because I freaking saw Darcy's comment, and I don't know. And the Chiefs are losing this weekend. Okay. We'll talk about the Kansas City Chiefs in a minute, Darcy, so stay around. But playoff lose. We've talked about, has the monkey gotten off Lamar Jackson's back for this playoff crapshoot that he does, right? We talked about this, and I think the playoff monkey is finally off of his back. But we'll see come quarter number 2, I think. But let me ask you guys this question. Let me propose this question. If Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen both have an off game, who can win? So if Lamar Jackson plays bad, can his team win? If Josh Allen plays bad, can his team win? What quarterback can play bad and their team can still win? Guys, both of these quarterbacks are very vital to their team's success. All season long, let's just be honest, they've been key MVPs for their team most of the season. Use that term very, very loosely, MVP. Josh Allen has 500 yards rushing to 3,700 yards passing this season. Lamar Jackson has 4,100 yards passing and 915 yards rushing this season. So, obviously, Lamar Jackson's putting up more stats than Josh Allen, right? But, the Baltimore Ravens have a king on their sidelines. The Baltimore Ravens have a king in the backfield. Is the one and only Derrick freaking Henry that has 1,920 yards rushing this season. Now, I'm not saying the Buffalo Bills do not have a good rushing attack. James Cook, we just talk highly of him. Ray Davis has had a pretty good season. Hell, Josh Allen himself has had a pretty good season. But I'm going to say this. I think if Lamar Jackson has an off day, if playoff Lamar Jackson shows up, his team can rally around him more. Meaning Derrick Henry steps up. Josh Allen is the MVP for the league for a reason. There's a reason why Josh Allen will be the NFL MVP in 2024 is because he goes as far as his team takes him. I'd said that backwards. His team goes as far as Josh Allen takes him. If Lamar Jackson has an off day, Derrick Henry steps up. If Lamar Jackson plays like playoff Lamar Jackson that we've grown to like in the last couple of seasons, Derrick Henry steps up. So, guys, who can have an off day on Sunday? I'm going to say it is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson can have an off day, and his team will still be A-okay. Lamar Jackson can play bad. Let's not say bad. Let's say below average, and the Baltimore Ravens can still play. Josh Allen has to play top notch. Josh Allen has to carry his team to victory. Josh Allen has to put his team on his back and carry them to the into the AFC Championship game. But guys, let me know in the comments below who can have an off day and their team can still win. Is it Lamar Jackson or is it Josh Allen? Me personally, I am saying Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson can have a bad day. Petro says the Ravens and Lions have the hardest matchups this weekend. I will concur with that. However, the Rams are pretty good, right? Honestly, this is a great divisional games. These are a lot of great divisional games. Like, you can pick any team, and I'd say, yeah, I can see it, right? But yeah, if I had to pick two, I do not like the Commanders draw I do not like the Lions draw for the Commanders, and I do not like the Buffalo Bills draw for the Baltimore Ravens, right? Michael Jenkins says it is Baltimore Ravens year. They going, baby. They going. The Jets have the most penalties, says Nash Prod. Okay. Petro says Lamar Jackson can have an off day and their team can still win. Petro, I'm not trying to make fun of your name. I'm terrible with names. So if I'm saying it wrong, let me know. But we are on the same page, man. We are on the same page. Michael Jenkins says the Ravens and the Bills going to be the best game of the weekend. There's a reason why it is Sunday night game. Because the NFL, the schedulers think that this is going to be the best game. And I will concur with that. John says, waffle number 2, which one chokes first? When is the last time Josh Allen has choked in the playoffs, John? Josh Allen has 25 touchdowns to 4 interceptions in the playoffs. Josh Allen has really never choked in the playoffs. He has been outperformed. I kind of want to say outplayed, because he definitely stepped up in the Kansas City Chiefs game with the 13 seconds, right? He has been outperformed. The defense has let him down, but Josh Allen normally performs in the playoffs, right? Nash Prod says the Ravens win if Lamar and Allen both play bad, and I think you're right. So therefore, I think Lamar, right? Ravens all day, win all day. John says, which college does King Henry come from? Alabama. And here we go with some Alabama talk, because John's all about Alabama's being on those nuts, squirmy firmly, his butt cheek juice rolling out down those balls, and he's licking them off the Alabama nuts. Nash Prod says Ray Davis is injured. I think he is injured. He is concussion protocol, but he is trending the right way. I think I saw today that he was a full participant in practice. So Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I saw that. But yes, he is in concussion protocol, the last I knew. But hopefully, fingers crossed, he is good for the game. I want to see both teams 100% healthy in this game, so the best team does win, right? Alpha Rob says Lamar Jackson for sure. Lamar Jackson can play bad, and their team can still win. Petro says it doesn't matter. The Chiefs are going to beat either team. Whoa, slow it down, baby. Slow it down, baby. I'm a Chiefs fan. Slow it down. And Laura says, let me bring some validity into this. Let me bring a woman's touch into this. Josh Allen can play bad because Josh Allen is that freaking good, baby. She says Josh Allen is so up here that even if he plays bad, it's still way up here. And Lamar Jackson can't get up there, baby. That's what Laura's saying. By saying those two words, that's what Laura's saying. Laura's saying Josh Allen is so far up here, his B game is still better than your A+ game. You just can't reach that man. That's tough, baby. That's tough. Damn, Laura, slow it down. Jim Powell, the CEO of the Pigskin Pundits, guys. He says Super Bowl Lamar was coached to stay in the pocket. Ruined his game forever. If they let him ball, it's over. It's finito. It's finished. Put it down. Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl, if he's able to scramble the pocket. You are right. You are right, Jim. You are right. Jay says Ravens can win games multiple ways. The Bills only have one, and it's Josh. You are correct, Jay. The Baltimore Ravens do have Derrick Henry. They do have Lamar Jackson. You are correct. That is why Lamar Jackson is not the MVP of the league. Hell, Lamar Jackson is not even the MVP of his own team. In the 5 losses this season, Derrick Henry touched the ball 3 times in the fourth quarter for all 5 games. Don't shoot the messenger. Just stating the facts. Stating the facts. Judah says Lamar has Derrick Henry. So Lamar can play bad. Hell, Lamar, let's put an emphasis on this, guys. When I say bad, he still has to play good, right? He can't be throwing 5 interceptions or like Jared Goff did versus the Texans, or 4 interceptions or a fumble. Like, he cannot play horrible. He can play average, C game, B game, right? If he plays a D game, they're going to lose 100%. So I just want to put that emphasis on there. Put that hashtag or waffle around, right? When I say bad, I mean average, right? Like a average game for Lamar Jackson. I just want to put that emphasis on there, right? Peter is fine too. Okay, Peter. Sorry about that, man. Peter wants to be called Peter. You got it, man. You got it. Robert's in the chat, said Giants fan here, but I have 2 older brothers who are diehard Eagles fans. Eagles look tough this year. Robert, come back tomorrow. 9 p.m. East Coast time. We'll be talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. Bring your brothers along, and we'll talk shit on on their Philadelphia Eagles. So we will shit on them 100%. Josh, Mr. Top Fan himself, he says both quarterbacks are bad in the playoffs. It's just they haven't been able to get past the Chiefs yet. Josh, I don't see where Josh Allen has been bad in the playoffs. I have not. He's had some not amazingly A++ games, MVP level types of games, but it is not like he's Justin Herbert and throwing 3 interceptions in a game. It's not like he's Justin Herbert throwing five interceptions in his last 2 playoff appearances, right? Josh Allen has 25 touchdowns to 4 interceptions in the playoffs. He takes care of the ball and he puts the ball in the end zone. So I'm not seeing where you guys are understanding that Josh Allen is a bad playoff quarterback. Derek wants to know who is the Bills tight end. They have Dalton Kincaid, and then the other one is, let me look it up. So Dalton Kincaid, and then why am I drawing a blank? I know his name, I can see it. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. So Knox and Kincaid, right? The 2 D's, Dawson and Dalton. So yeah. How did Alabama do this year? John, that's a great question. How did Alabama do this year? Asking for a friend. So you guys are answering the question. Thank you guys for that. Man, you guys are so kind. Buck licks the Chiefs' balls. I do. I gobble them all day long. That's why I got a little bump in my throat right there. Is from gobbling their balls. Ethan Goodwin says Josh is better than Jackson. Yes. Yes, Josh Allen is hand and shoulders over Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's not even a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, baby. So slow it down, Ethan. Slow it down, baby. He's good. Lamar Jackson, when he's able to scramble the pocket, he's a baller, baby. He's a baller. When he's able to pass the ball deep, okay, he's a baller. He's top 10 if he can pass the ball deep and scramble. But the minute you take away one of those things and make him make a short intermediate pass, it's done, baby. It's done. Don't underestimate Cook. I'm not going to underestimate James Cook ever. Hell, did you guys just see that? He just scored another touchdown on the Dallas Cowboys 365 days ago. He's still scoring touchdowns on the Dallas Cowboys. James Cook is good. James Cook is probably a top 10 running back in the NFL. We'll do a breakdown once the season's over, but James Cook is definitely a top 10, guys. He is pretty good. WBN says, what's so impressive is that even though Derrick Henry ran for 1,900 yards this season, Lamar still for 4,000 yards, 41 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, and 900-plus yards rushing. With that being said, I don't think the Bills fans knows what they're dealing with. They do because they played back in week 4. So let's not get it twisted, Ant. So they definitely know what they're playing with. They know what they're playing for, right? And they've had a monster like this come through in Buffalo before. Patrick freaking Mahomes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Jay says Flowers didn't practice again. How big a deal do you think that is? Because I think it would allow the Bills to commit to stopping the run and make Lamar Jackson beat him with his arm. That is 100%. Zay Flowers is their deep threat, right? Zay Flowers, I think, is the true X factor for the Baltimore Ravens. However, the passing game still goes through Mark Andrews, right? Mark Andrews is arguably one of the best tight ends this weekend. If I had to pick a tight end from any team, I'm picking Travis Kelce and I'm picking Mark Andrews, right? Mark Andrews is a top tight end in the league. However, beyond that, I don't trust Nelson Aguilar. I don't trust Bateman. I don't know if Deontay Johnson's going to be active or dressed. Like, I know they just picked him up, Monday or Tuesday. So missing Zay Flowers does suck. And honestly, I'm going to be honest. The reason why I thought the Pittsburgh Steelers had a chance versus the Ravens last week was because of the absence of Zay Flowers. Obviously, Zay Flowers was not that big miss last week, but this week, if he does miss, it's tough, baby. It's tough. Ethan says, not even top 10 is wild. Lamar is top 10. Oh, hey, don't look at stats. Watch the game. Laura says, Josh Allen for MVP. Let's go, baby. Let's go. John says, new coach, new confidence, proving SEC football much more competitive than the Pac-10. Who cares about college football? Let's just be honest. Nash Broad says, Joe Burrow threw for 5,000 yards. That is the real MVP, baby. Hey, Nash, I am with you. And if you even want to take it one step further, the real MVP is Saquon Barkley. People on the YouTube says I was saying it wrong. I was saying Saquon. Saquon Barkley is the real MVP. Let's just be honest. Alpha Rob says the Buffalo Bills will have Milano and Andrews at the Times or Bernard. I like it. That's very, very smart. Very, very smart. Ant says, do not sleep on Rashad Bateman. Dude is finally living up to his potential this year. He's been out red zone threat over the past 4 or 5 weeks. Yes, he has. I don't want to sleep on him, but I don't know, right? It is tough. It is tough. Derek asked, how many years have each coach been on their teams? Shoot, Harbaugh has been there for what? At least 20 years, hasn't he? 25 years or so. I feel he's been there forever. Sean McDermott's been there for what? 6, 7? I'm not 100% sure. And Alpha Rob says, Ant, I hate to break it to you, but I'm snoozing on Bateman. I'm snoozing on the man. I'm snoozing. All right, guys, it is time for hour number 2 here on Beautiful Man Hour, guys. Thank you for bearing with us through for the first 60 minutes of today's show. We talked nothing but Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens. I was not expecting to do that, but you guys, this is live, raw, uncut sports, and we do what we want because it's the one-man show. And, guys, we are live every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time. With that being said, breaking into hour number 2. On top of hour number 2, we had to start. Let's take it on the AFC side. Let's talk about some Kansas City Chiefs. Let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Houston Texans on Saturday afternoon. This is the first game of the divisional round. We have the Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a rematch back from Christmas Day. The Kansas City Chiefs did beat the Houston Texans 27-19, which locked in the number 1 seed for the Kansas City Chiefs, which I'm meaning is that the Texans have been to Arrowhead. They have seen a playoff atmosphere. They've seen the Arrowhead crowd boozed up and ready to go, and they got the Kansas City Chiefs' best shot, and they still only lost by 8 points, baby. Actually, it'll be 11 points. My bad. But, guys, the Kansas City Chiefs have yet to break 30 points so far this season. If they they did score 30 points versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's not get it twisted, but they never broke it, right? So I got to ask this question, guys. Do the Kansas City Chiefs have to break 30 points this week to beat the Houston Texans? Why am I asking this? Because the Houston Texans scored 32 points versus the LA Chargers, right? They're averaging 32 points a game in the playoffs. It's only been one game, but they're still 32 points in the playoffs, baby. So, guys, when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, despite them not scoring 30-plus points yet this season, they're still a top 15 offense in the NFL. That's right, top 15 offense in the NFL. They're also the 15th ranked scoring offense in the NFL. So even though they're not scoring 30, they're still top half of scoring points in the NFL. You know who is not in the top half? That's the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans scoring offense is 19th in the NFL, which, by the way, is 21 points per game. Yes. Like I said, I do understand they scored 32 points versus the Chargers last week. Chargers not a horrible team, but it's not the Kansas City Chiefs, baby. It's not my Kansas City Chiefs, baby. And if you guys even take it one step further, the last time the Houston Texans played the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round in the playoffs, let's flash back a couple years. It was 28-0. The Houston Texans were whooping that ass, baby. It was, 6 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Kansas City Chiefs said, hold my beer. Here's their 50 burger. 51-28 was that final score. So the Kansas City Chiefs have been here. They've done that, and they can score points when they want to score points. So, guys, do the Kansas City Chiefs have to score 30-plus points to beat the Houston Texans? Hell no. No. They haven't broke 30 points yet this season, yet they're still 15-2. They haven't broke 30 points yet this season, but yet they still beat the Baltimore Ravens. They still beat the Las Vegas Raiders. They still beat the Denver Broncos. They still beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Houston Texans. The list goes on and on and on. The only team in the list they haven't beat is the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills balled out in that game. Let's just be honest. The Chiefs sucked that game. So do they got to score more than 30 points to win this game? Hell no. They haven't done it all year. They're still 15-2. Still 15-2. So, guys, in the comments below, do you think the Kansas City Chiefs have to break 30 points to beat the Houston Texans that are averaging 32 points per game in this playoffs? Do they got to do it? I said no. No. And Laura says it's time for me to get hated on, but go Texans. Hey, Laura, there's no waffling around here. I like your answer, and I'm not going to hate on you for that. Now, if you were going to say go red team, Like, what is this girl waffling around about? And speaking of waffling around, Nash Broad says, I want the Chiefs to lose, but they will win. He says, hey, I'm rooting for the Texans, but I know the Chiefs are going to win. Waffle, waffle, waffle. But Nash Prod does say no. They don't got to score more than 30 to win this game. Come on, Buck. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. They know how to win playoff games, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Alpha Rob says no, they don't. The Houston Texans are trash. He says they're trash. Alpha Rob, the Houston Texans are not that bad. They have had sparks of greatness all season long. First half versus Detroit Lions, they had sparks of greatness. I'm like, I'm sitting back in that first half. What was it, 23-7 or 23-3 or something like that? I'm like, oh, okay. Now I see why people are talking about them in the Super Bowl earlier this season. Okay, I see that. Second half, of course, they come out and shit the bed. Let's just be honest. Let's call it a spade. They sucked in the second half. Final score was it 28-3 or 20 or no, it was 26-23, right? Sucked second half. Then they kind of stumbled around a little bit. Didn't really find their way. But then last week versus the LA Chargers, first half they sucked. What, they were down 6-0 at halftime or some shit like that. Come back in the second half. Play like a Super Bowl caliber team. If they can do that and jump out early on the Kansas City Chiefs in the first half and play like a Super Bowl caliber team in the first half, they have an opportunity. They have an opportunity to pull the biggest upset in the world. They're not trash. They just can't put a complete game together. Not one Houston Texans game that I've seen this season have they put a complete game together. And that is their biggest flaw. They played great the first half or the second half, not both. That is their biggest problem. Nash Prod said the Chiefs defense is that good. Nash Prod, hang on to that thought, buddy. Hang on to that thought. Because I got some facts to spit for you here about this defensive battle segment coming up. Let's talk about that. And Laura says, boo those Kansas City Chiefs. Laura? Let me play something for you here, Laura. Let me turn on the old Bluetooth here. Let me turn on the Bluetooth here. And let me play a little something here, Laura. I get the stream shut down, but you know you love that song. You know you love that song. Red Kingdom, baby. And John says, to be honest, the Kansas City Chiefs defense is playing pretty good. It's funny that you guys keep on bringing up defense. Let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Let's talk about the Houston Texans defense, right? Both of these defenses, guys, are top-notch. The Texans defense is actually ranked better, higher than the Kansas City Chiefs defense. The Texans defense right now is ranked 6th overall in the NFL. The Kansas City Chiefs defense is ranked 9th overall. However, Kansas City Chiefs defense is ranked 4th in scoring defense, only allowing 19 points per game. Oh, by the way, the Texans offense only ranks 19 points per game, but we digress. And then the Texans average they're ranked 14th points or for 14th in the NFL points scored on the defense side, averaging 22 points per game. In one-score games this season, the Houston Texans guys are 9-2 this season, including wins over the Buffalo Bills. And that's pretty much the only else they beat with a one-score game. Now, in losses this season, they are 9-2. Like I said, and those losses in one-score games are coming to the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. The Kansas City Chiefs, however, are 12-0 in one-score games so far this season. So, guys, if this game becomes a slugfest, if this game becomes a defensive battle, 10-9, 17-16, a defensive slugfest, under 20 points, under 25 points, let's get that magic mark of 25 points. If it's a defensive slugfest, who comes out on top? Do the Kansas City Chiefs come on top, or the Houston Texans come out on top? If it's a defensive battle, the Kansas City Chiefs come up on top. If it's a defensive battle, the Kansas City Chiefs come out on top. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. If it's a defensive battle, the Kansas City Chiefs come on top. Why? Because they have Patrick freaking Mahomes. No matter how good your defense has played all game long, no matter how much you're shutting down the Kansas City Chiefs all game long, There's the man, the myth, the legend. Some might call him the GOAT. Patrick Mahomes. This man is Nut Crunch City. This man has balls bigger than Dan Campbell's. He needs 2 wheelbarrows to haul those babies around. Guys, the Kansas City Chiefs are a better aspect of this game. It is what it is. It is what it is. The Kansas City Chiefs are that damn good. And Derek says, nope, the Kansas City Chiefs grinds all game long. Spagnola, man on man in the playoffs. Facts, baby. Facts. Jay says the Chiefs defense hasn't allowed over 30 points since the Eagles Super Bowl, versus the Eagles. Chiefs now have all their offensive weapons back. I don't see them being a close, to be honest. Jay, they give up 38 points versus Week 18 versus the Denver Broncos. Let's not forget about that. Mark D won't let me forget about it. Let's not forget about that, but you are correct. Although the Kansas City Chiefs are not scoring over 30 points in a game, their defense is not allowing teams to score over 24 points, right? Hell, even the one time they scored 30 points, I think the highest score, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers scored 26 points on them. And Deke907, what's up, Deke? That's a new name. He says, preach, brother, preach. 51-31, the last time the Kansas City Chiefs played the Texans in the playoffs. Slow it down, baby. Josh says, you read my last question wrong, but whatever. Anyhow, the Chiefs win 30-17. Sorry that I read your question wrong. My bad. WBN says, nope, the real Texans have no chance. Without Stephon Diggs, without Tank Dwell, it will be a struggle for them for sure. I can see the Chiefs defense forcing a lot of 3 and outs, which will have the Texans defense exhausted. I don't like this matchup. And Deke says you cannot dislike the Chiefs. You can't. Well, you can. You can dislike the Chiefs if you're a Buffalo Bills fan and you're a Baltimore Ravens fan. Then I understand why you hate the Chiefs. But let's just be honest. Nobody can really hate the Chiefs. You can disrespect the Chiefs. I think you mean you can't. John says, meanwhile, back on the ranch, Buck is still licking the Chiefs' balls. So, John, let me ask you this. If I wear Cowboys clothes and I'm not a cowboy, am I ranch dressing? Edgar Uranus. Are you guys still plowing snow in Uranus over there in Missouri? He says the Rams will beat the Eagles. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We will talk about tomorrow. And Laura says, slow it down, baby. The Texans can't be trash. They're still in the playoffs. Is your team in the playoffs still? Laura dropping the facts. She says, how can you be calling that team trash? Laura, I'm calling it your team now because you're the biggest Texans fan now ever. How can your team still be in the playoffs, but that team's not? Are they really trash? For the record, Laura, Ant's team is still in the playoffs. Alpha Rob's team's still in the playoffs, and your team isn't. Well, I guess your team is now with the Texans. Ant says, y'all see what my Ravens did to them? They didn't even score 3 points. Slow it down, baby. In their defense, Ant, he's referring to the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Was it 31-2? I believe that final score was. In their defense, they weren't playing for nothing. I'm just saying they weren't playing for nothing. Alpha Rob says they lucky they played Justin Winston. Nash Prod says the Commanders beating the Lions would be the better upset. No, it wouldn't. Three-peat versus a team that's never been in the Super Bowl? Come on, baby. Come on. Natch says, which team has the best fight song? I don't think any NFL team has a true fight song. But the most annoying but awesomest touchdown song ever is the Detroit Lions touchdown song. They don't ever play it on TV, but if you guys have gone to a Detroit Lions game, after each score, there's a black man that sings in the far end zone. I believe it's like the South Side. They spotlight on when he scores some crazy song. It's actually kind of cool, but it's annoying all at the same time. Laura says it doesn't matter. Top defense, top offense, the Texans coming out on top regardless. So slow it down, baby. It doesn't matter. They coming in hot. And Nash says, slow it down, baby. Patrick Mahomes is not the GOAT. Nash, I think you're correct. The GOAT is a very term that's used too loosely, right? Back in 2000s and 90s when I grew up, we used the term gay all the time. You're gay, that's gay, your mom's gay, and your mom, right? It's a very, very loose term. We just used it, whatever. Everything's gay and everything is your mom. Now it's everybody's a GOAT. This is the GOAT. That's the GOAT. That is GOAT. It's a very loose term, right? I don't know, he's pretty good. Pretty good. Best quarterback in the NFL right now. It's Moosey time. Says this is actually the first one I think he's going to get beat and beat by 15. I just don't see it. And I seen Patrick Mahomes coming before everybody. So it's Moosey time saying, are you saying that the Kansas City Chiefs lose by 15 points to the Houston Texans? It's Moosey time, guys. Is saying the Houston Texans will beat the Kansas City Chiefs by 15 points. He said he saw Patrick Mahomes coming way before anybody else did. I'm not for sure how you seeing that. Are you referring to like his sophomore year in the college? But just 15 points, baby. 15 points. Man. Laura says, here we are watching Buck ride on Mahomes nuts again. Hey. Does your team have one of these, baby? Does your team have one of these back-to-back Super Bowl banners? Of course I'm going to ride those nuts. Put that nuts right there and let me... and a Raiders fan. Laura says, I hate the Chiefs. I hate them. Hate all you want. Champions, baby. Champions. It's Mosey time. Says, I think the Texans have a defense. And yes, I'm a Ravens fan. I live right next to M&T Bank. So, Mosey, I feel like you're letting your bias speak a little bit. Yes, the Texans do have a great defense. You are correct. They actually have a higher ranked defense than the Kansas City Chiefs right now. They are the, sixth overall defense, the Kansas City Chiefs, 9th overall defense. But slow it down. They give up a lot of third downs. They give up more points. And when you get into the red zone, they have one of the worst red zone defenses in the NFL. So they don't have this bend, don't break. They said it's either we're going to break or we're not. Either you're going to score or you're not. There is no bending at all. You get down into the red zone, have at it. And ever since the Chiefs got D-Hop, the red zone officially has been a hell of a lot better. I'm just saying. Village people, says John. John knows all about the village people. He was their biggest fan for 15 years. I've actually seen pictures of it, John. Derek says, if Spags had Derek Thomas, that would be sick. That is one man that was gone too early, right? There's a lot of people that are gone way too early, and Derek Thomas was one of them, right? Moosey Town says, and what did Baltimore do to Buffalo? We already talked about the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens for damn near 90 minutes, Moosey. We understand that they beat them back in week 4, 35-10. We also understand that they're two totally different teams right now. So that game is 35-10. Baltimore Ravens fans can bank on it, but let's just be honest. That was 3 months ago, man. That was 16 weeks ago, baby. Slow it down. That game means nothing. Alpha Rob says the Texans was so bad, Henry felt sorry and gave them 2 points. Yeah, that game was so bad. Good Lord. Alpha Rob says, come on, Buck. Justin Winston just because Herbert threw the ball like Jameis. I got it. Yeah, you're right. You did have to explain it to me. I was like, what is this man talking about? Wait, yeah. I see it. I see it. WBN says, may not be the GOAT, but I don't think that anybody can disagree that Mahomes is the best quarterback we have ever seen. And obviously, I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and I'm going to talk up my boy, right? I'm going to boast him up, right? I'm not saying he's the best quarterback in the first quarter, the second quarter, or the third quarter. But if it's 10 minutes or less in the fourth quarter, Patrick Mahomes finds his mental mentality where he is better than anybody else. In the fourth quarter, 10 minutes and beyond, that man is just a dog. That man is just a dog. Now it says, Moosey, what are you on? That's just my man. Moosey says, yes, sophomore year in college, Patrick Mahomes is playing the bum leg, and their offense is decimated. It's up to the defense. It's going to be the defensive game. By the end of play, I played 15 years. By the way, I played 15 years. You played 15 years? Nice. And then Moosey Sound says, all right, let me say this. This is the first year I bet against Patrick Mahomes, and I've never done it before. And Moosey, my man Hoffy, always tries to bet against Patrick Mahomes. You never bet against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, baby. You just don't do it. You can say, yeah, a broke clock's right twice a day, right? Even if Patrick Mahomes is on one foot and their defense is decimated, he has no receivers, right? They're playing all college receivers, right? I still got to bet on Patrick Mahomes. He is a great fourth quarter quarterback. He's a great fourth quarterback. Ant says, can anybody else see all the comments, but I can't? I wouldn't see why you wouldn't be able to see it. Maybe, Ant, because this is shared somewhere. Maybe you got to go to the Man Hour page, right? Go to the Man Hour page, and then that's where a lot of people are commenting on. Laura says, disagree. Not because I hate Kansas City, but because there's no better than lifetime than Dan Marino, Manning, and Favre. I do have Peyton Manning right there on the wall. You guys can't see it. It's autographed Hall of Fame poster. Peyton Manning's very, very good, right? 13 seconds. Not wrong. Troy Miller, top fan, new fan, says, even though I don't like the Chiefs, Montana, Marino, and Troy Aikman are better than Mahomes. Slow it down. Not for sure why all this Dan Marino love. I mean, he was great. I mean, I did not get to see Dan Marino in his prime, right? I feel like when I started to understand football, understand the game, was 93 or 94. It was Marino playing the Kansas City Chiefs, and yeah, he lit up my Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, and like I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, I don't really comprehend what he was doing back then, right? So maybe, right? Maybe. It's Moosey Sign says Patrick Mahomes took Tom Brady's game-winning formula, just like I've never bet against Brady. Everyone has a shot. I just don't see this year, and he took a cerebral part and said, yeah, and a field goal. Ant says, I've seen this dude win a Super Bowl with Marquise Scantley, Sky Moore, Justin Watson, and a rookie receiver named Rashid Rice. Yeah. Not wrong. Not wrong. Where are we at, guys? Oh, it's time for some cold hard facts. It is time for some... That's not the one I want. Do I want this one? No, I want this one. It is time for some cold hard facts. Guys, we are deep in today's show. We are fresh into 2 hours. We got about 10-15 minutes left in today's show, and I want to go over some cold hard facts for you guys. Some facts of the matter that you guys just need to understand. And cold hard fact number 1 is Sam Darnold. Cold hard fact number 1 is that the Minnesota Vikings should not re-sign Sam Darnold. No franchise tag, no contract. Let him walk away. Why do I say this? because Sam Darnold is just not that good. He's just not that good. He played out of his eye for 16 weeks this season. Yes, he played great for 16 weeks this season. 4,319 yards passing, which is 5th in the NFL, averaging 254 yards per game, 35 touchdowns this season, which is 5th in the NFL, and just 12 interceptions. He had a great season. But before that, 2,800 yards passing, 17 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. 2019, 3,000 yards passing, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. 2020, 2,200 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. I've said it over and over and over again. This is an outlier of a season. If you draw a cat whisper box, this is an extreme outlier. This is a complete whisker out there, right? There are other free agents out there that the Minnesota Vikings can sign. Zach Wilson, Jacoby Brissett, Andy Dalton, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson. Hell, even Tom Brady's a free agent. Anybody but Sam Darnold. You can bring in those guys, much like a Sam Darnold contract. But obviously, JJ McCarthy is the future. Cold hard fact is that Minnesota Vikings don't need to re-sign Sam Darnold. Let him walk away. Let somebody overpay for him. Next up on the cold hard facts, my man Jayden Daniels. Guys, a cold hard fact is that Jayden Daniels is approaching top 5 quarterback status. Facts are facts. Jayden Daniels is the top 5 quarterback in the NFL. That is a cold hard fact. Hell, the last 6 of the 7 games he has had over 200 yards passing with at least 2 touchdowns. The one game that he didn't, he played 1 quarter versus the Dallas Cowboys where he threw for 38 yards. So 6 games, 200 yards passing over with 2 touchdowns. He is balling out. He's had 1 game this season under 200 yards passing, which is week 1 when he played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, threw for 184 yards. Of course, minus the Dallas Cowboys game. He also only has 4 games where he doesn't have a touchdown pass, minus the Dallas Cowboys game. He led a rebuild team to 12 wins this season and a playoff win, and might upset the Detroit Lions. Guys, cold hard facts are that Jayden Daniels is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Jayden Daniels is the man, the myth, the legend. Cold hard facts number 3. The Kansas City Chiefs guys will start out slow. They will start out slow and they will be playing from behind most of the game. They've had 25 days off since their last game. Since Christmas Day, they have not played. Let's just be honest. Yes, they played the Denver Broncos, whatever, right? But nobody played. They've had 25 days off. They will start out slow. The Houston Texans will jump out on top 10-0, 14-0 over the Kansas City Chiefs in the first quarter, if not the first half. And I'm going to be hearing it in the chat, on the Facebook page. I'm going to be hearing it. Buck, your Kansas City Chiefs suck. Your Kansas City Chiefs suck. Hell, I might even post, damn, this game sucks. What is going on? I might even post up CJ Stroud. But the cold hard facts are, no matter how much they're down come halftime, the Kansas City Chiefs will win this game. They will start out slow. The cold hard facts are they will win this game. And cold hard facts number 4. We've been kind of dancing around the Philadelphia Eagles most of the night, right? But the cold hard facts, guys, are the Philadelphia Eagles are on upset alert. The Rams is one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Jalen Hurts played scared last night. You can tell in his eyes, you can tell in his body language, he is scared to get hit. He is scared to play his Jalen Hurts football. It is what it is. And without Saquon Barkley, they're a below average team. The Rams do have the 22nd ranked rush defense in the NFL. But the last few weeks, they held Aaron Jones to under 50 yards. They held Michael Carter underneath 70 yards and Charbonnet under 60 yards. They are controlling the running game the last 3 or 4 games. Guys, the cold hard facts number 4 is the Philadelphia Eagles are on upset alert. So what do you guys think? Are those the cold hard facts you can agree with? Do you like those cold hard facts? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Let's see what the people are saying. Let's see what it said. He shits the bed in the biggest game of the year. Who is that? Who is that? Who are you guys talking about? And Laura says, nope, let him go somewhere else. Let somebody else pay for him. Yes, I'm salty and I will ever be salty. I can't wait to see what J.J. McCarthy can do. Laura says, let Sam Darnold walk. I don't care. Let him be like Kirk Cousins. Get out of here, alligator. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile, she says. And Laura says, yeah, absolutely, I was having a brain fart. WBN says, Troy Miller, now that I agree with you, Brady is a GOAT and played in a tougher era. Okay. Nash Prod says Jayden Daniels is the best rookie quarterback. He is right now. As of right now, he is. But do not sleep on Michael Penix Jr.'s career. He is the best rookie quarterback right now. Out of this 2024 class, he's arguably had the best season, right? Best success, right? But don't sleep on Michael Penix Jr. I'm just saying. Sam Darnold, let him walk, says, and WBN says the Eagles are definitely on upset alert. Yeah, the Rams are hot, baby. The Rams are hot. Laura says, like the cold, hard facts. Like the facts is too cold, baby. It's too cold. Slow it down. That's tough. And John says, if Houston Texans score 30 points, they win. Nah, they won't score 30 points. They won't. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for today. 2 hours strong. Oh, Eagles can fly away from someone who cares. I don't like them either. Man, Laura is full of hate tonight, boys. She's full of hate tonight. But, guys, that's going to be it for tonight's show. 2 hours strong, guys. We will be back tomorrow, 9 p.m. East Coast time, guys. As always, guys, we are live. We are raw. This is uncut NFL talk. But tomorrow is NFC talk. We got the Rams, Eagles. We will talk about that. And, of course, we'll talk about the Commanders and the Detroit Lions. I saw Darcy in here earlier trying to start some stuff. Nash says no factor crap. I do got factor crap. I do. You want to do a little bit of factor crap? Want to do a little bit of factor crap? Let's do some factor crap tonight, guys. All right, guys, let's do a little bit of factor crap. I've been scouring the old interwebs. I've been seeing what the people are saying, see what the people are talking about. So we're going to do a little bit of fact, and then we're going to do a little bit of crap. You guys going to be determined if it's a fact or if it's crap. So let's start off with number one here. Fact or crap number one. Philadelphia Eagles. That's the wrong button. Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles defense is one of the best in the NFL. They are holding teams to very few points. I forgot to look it up. But guys, is it fact or is it crap that the Philadelphia Eagles defense will carry them to the Super Bowl? When we think about this, guys, defense wins championships. There has not been a Super Bowl team in the last 10 years that has had a defense that is ranked under 10 that won the Super Bowl. And the Philadelphia Eagles have the best defense in the NFL. They also have the best pass defense in the NFL. And they had the 10th ranked rushing defense in the NFL. When we look at the teams that they can potentially play, the LA Rams, they're the 15th ranked passing offense in the NFL. They're the 20th rushing ranked in the NFL. The Detroit Lions, they're the 6th ranked passing in the NFL. They're the 4th ranked rushing in the NFL. Washington Commanders, 7th ranked passing, 22nd ranked rushing in the NFL. Guys, it is a very good possibility that this defense is the real deal. It's a very good possibility that no matter if you're a passing happy team or a rush happy team, the Philadelphia Eagles will shut you down. But guys, factor crap, will the Philadelphia Eagles defense carry them to the Super Bowl? This is a fact. This is 100% fact. If the Philadelphia Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, it will be because of their defense. Their defense will be the rhyme and reason why they make it to the Super Bowl. It's not going to be because of Jalen Hurts. It's not going to be because of A.J. Brown. It's not going to be because of Devontae Smith. It's not going to be because of Jurgens or whatever, or even Saquon Barkley. The defense is the real deal. It is fact. It's fact, baby. But what do you guys think? Fact or crap? Will the Philadelphia Eagles defense carry them to the Super Bowl? JM says it worked for the 2013 Seattle Seahawks. Hell, it worked for the 2000 Baltimore Ravens, right? When Trent Dilfer didn't throw a touchdown for like 9 weeks. But Alpha Rob says it's crap, baby. It's crap. She says, slow it down. It's crap. Nash Prod says it is crap. And Laura says, let me clear my throat. No. She has crap. It's the Eagles, and everything about the Eagles is crap, baby. Man, y'all hating on some Eagles right now, and Derek says crap. we're talking about defense? We talking about playoffs? Crap. Ant says crap. Their secondary is still suspect. Let's see how they match up against those Rams receivers this Sunday. I like that. Ant is giving me crap. No, their defense will not carry them to the Super Bowl because I'm worried about their secondary. Let's see how they match up against Cooper Kupp and Puka and who's their tight end? Is it Higbee or something like that? Let's see how they matched up. And WN says, well, when you put it that way, Buck, I agree. Chiefs, easy peasy. 3-peat says, let's go Chiefs. Easy 3-peat, no competition whatsoever. AEST says, maybe to the Super Bowl. He says, hey, it's a fact that they can go to the Super Bowl. But winning the Super Bowl, slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Alpha Rob says their offense is going to be the reason why they don't get there. They do have the best rushing attack in the NFL, along with the 28th passing attack. So, right, I see it. Definitely not past the Kansas City Chiefs. Derek says Broncos 1-2 with their D. Back to back to back. My man's talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me go ahead and just in case you guys didn't know that is a Super Bowl championship flag. Oh, that's not even the back-to-back. There's the back-to-back flag. There you go. Back-to-back, boys. Back-to-back. Let's go. But JM says, hey, the Rams aren't passing in like in that snow. So JN says, I see your concern about the Eagles defense. I see your concern about, hey, maybe their secondary is a little sus. But hey, the Rams aren't going to pass. The Rams aren't going to pass. It's going to be snowing. They're not going to pass. Also, JM, I forgot about this. Is it Cooper Dean? I think his name's Cooper Dean. It's Dean is his last name. He is out. Torn ACL. Starting linebacker for the Eagles. That's a big loss. That's secretly a big loss. JM says the secondary shut them down earlier in the season in their own house. Stafford isn't thrown in the snow in 15 degrees. And Ant says, what's crazy is Hurts has never even passed for a 200 game yard in the playoffs. That shows how much of that defense has carried him. Nicole Dean is the guy's name. Okay. Oh, it's Cooper DeJean. That's right. Cooper DeJean and Nicole Dean. My bad. Why is the rest of the factor craps not on there? Uh-oh. Hang on. Let me get the rest of the factor craps, guys. Where's my shot? All right, guys. So next up on Factor Crap, let's talk about Jordan Love. Jordan Love has been kind of put up on this pedestal and has not really been living up to this hype as of late. Jordan Love lost his second playoff game as a starter last week versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Many people are saying, hey, he's never going to win a Super Bowl. They're never going to be great. He's never going to be this, and this. So, guys, Factor Crap. Is Jordan Love an elite quarterback in the NFL? Let's put this prefaces of elite quarterback as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Is Jordan Love a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Is Jordan Love an elite quarterback? When we think of elite quarterbacks, when we think of great quarterbacks, right? We have to talk about Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, those type of people, right? All those people are pretty good in the playoffs. Regular season, preseason, Pro Bowl. Guys, Jordan Love has a 65% completion percentage in the playoffs. He averages 266 yards per game. 5 touchdowns in those 3 games with a QBR of 84. His rookie season, which was last year, which is actually his third year in the NFL, he passed for 4,200 yards passing with 32 touchdowns. He took the youngest team in the NFL as a 7th seed into Dallas Cowboys AT&T Stadium where they won like 17 games in a row, home games, and they whooped that ass. They weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs, and they let alone win a playoff game, let alone whoop that ass. And then they played the San Francisco 49ers the following week, and they about damn won that game too. This season, 3,400 yards passing, 25 touchdowns. Once again, took the youngest team in the NFL to the playoffs. Guys, Jordan Love is an elite talent. Jordan Love is a quarterback that you cannot sleep on. Let's just be honest. You cannot sleep on him. He is an elite quarterback. Because of those names that I just talked about being elite, Lamar Jackson, what is his playoff thing? 59% completion percentage in the playoffs. 214 yards per game. 8 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Brock Purdy, Mr. Elite quarterback himself, right? In the playoffs, 62% completion percentage. 223 yards per game. Jordan Love's better than that. How about Justin Herbert? Mr. Not Overrated. 52% completion percentage in the playoffs. 257 yards passing per game. 2 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Guys, Jordan Love is an elite quarterback. He is an elite talent. He is young. The team is young. They got a lot of growing pains. He'll be okay. He is elite. But guys, fact or crap, is Jordan Love an elite quarterback in the NFL? Let me know. WBN says crap. He's not elite. He turns the ball over too much. He does have a little bit of gunslinger mentality into him, right? You are right, Ant. He does have a little gunslinger mentality. That's not necessarily a bad thing. 32 touchdowns his first season, 25 touchdowns this season. Not too bad. Not too bad. Laura says, let me clear my throat again, she says. I don't understand why we got to keep talking about this, but it's crap. It's Green Bay. That's enough said. She says, F those Packers. F Jordan Love. He's not elite. He's crap. AEST says, Pat, the Reaper Mahomes is the only one to do that. 3-peat? Potentially. We'll see what happens. Alpha Rob says, crap. He's good, but he's not elite. He can't take over the game. That is a great point, Alpha Rob. That is a great point. He is a game manager. He is like Tom Brady. He is like Brock Purdy. Hell, he's like Jared Goff, right? You cannot ask him to go out there and win you a game. He will not lose you. Actually, he will probably lose you a game with that gunslinger mentality. But if he has a good defense around him, and he's just able to do his thing, nickel and diamond down the field, and like, hey, I'm cool, baby. He is so borderline, right? If he would have beat the Eagles last week, would we be having this conversation? Like, legitimately, if he would have went into Philadelphia and beat the best team in the NFC playoffs, the Philadelphia Eagles, would we be having this conversation? We absolutely would not be having this conversation. We be in Green Bay. They'll be putting him up on the Mount Rushmore. Let's just be honest. It's crazy how one game can define everything, right? Derek says, you're not an elite in Green Bay, then you bring home that trophy. So Derek is saying, hey, win me that Vince Lombardi trophy, bring it home, then we'll call you elite. Okay. But JM says fact, he is elite. He is elite, says JM. Nash Prod said he's crap. It is crap. Ant says there's only 5 elite quarterbacks in the NFL. Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, and Stafford. And then there's everyone else. Ant, would you put Jared Goff up there? Like, I mean, first of all, starting next season, I will be putting Jayden Daniels up there in this elite conversation. If CJ Stroud competes with the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm going to put him up in this elite conversation as well. But Jared Goff, this is a conversation we got to have. Is Jared Goff elite? I'll save that question for tomorrow. But Jared Goff elite, that is the real question, right? AEST says Jordan with be on the Raiders in the AFC West. I don't know what you're saying with this. No, Pat is the only one to win 15 game with bots. I don't understand what you're saying. Darius Matthews says no. He not Green too well soon realized the coach is the reason for the Green Bay success. That's going to be me. Bear down coming soon, y'all. Will be at the bottom soon. So Darius is saying that Jordan Love is not elite. All of his success the last 2 seasons was because of the system of Matt LaFleur. It's all the coaching. It is all the system. And Darius, I understand what you're saying. There are very, very few quarterbacks that can be successful on other teams. If you put Patrick Mahomes on your Chicago Bears the year he got drafted instead of Mitchell Trubisky, we are not talking about Patrick Mahomes the way we are right now. Let's just be flat out honest. The Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes is a perfect marriage, the perfect system. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes would suck in Chicago, but I'm saying he would not be a 3-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'm not saying he would be a below average 8-9, 9-8 team every year, but I'm saying he's not going 15-2. Every quarterback in coaching system has to be perfect, right? If you put Jayden Daniels in Chicago, he's not the rookie of the year. You put Jayden Daniels in Denver, he's not the rookie of the year. Bo Nix is a perfect marriage for Sean Payton. Jayden Daniels, perfect marriage for that Dan Quinn system, Kellen Moore system over there in Washington. I'm just saying. Fink says Ravens are winning the Super Bowl. Darius says his numbers wasn't better than Caleb Williams, and Caleb had 2 head coaches and 3 offensive coordinators. Numbers are not everything, Darius. If you want to talk about rookie quarterbacks, numbers are not everything. You have to use your eye test. We talked about this on Aaron Rodgers on our Facebook page. Aaron Rodgers has top 10 stats across the board. Was Aaron Rodgers a top 10 quarterback this season? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Numbers lie. What about Baker Mayfield? Baker Mayfield is a top 10 quarterback. He had a bad game versus the Commanders. He fumbled the ball and threw a big interception. Baker Mayfield's the real deal. And says, I will say this, Buck. He does need an elite wide receiver. You are not going to win a Super Bowl with Dobbs, Reed, and Christian injury-prone's ass. And everybody needs one elite player outside the quarterback. Whether it's a running back, whether it's a tight end, whether it's a receiver, everybody needs that guy. So I get it. I get it. Henry says Jordan Love is not all that. He's not. He's not all that, he says. Henry says Goff equals the GOAT. What happens if the Detroit Lions are one and done, Henry? Is he still the GOAT? Goof. But EST says, but Alex Smith had the same staff. Mahomes is different. Mahomes is different. Alex Smith was still 13-3 with the Kansas City Chiefs. You guys forget how good the Kansas City Chiefs were before Patrick Mahomes came. You guys forget about that. You forget about Alex Smith leading them to the playoffs. Yes, they lost to the Indianapolis Colts in the first round, but they're still 13-3. You guys forget how good the Kansas City Chiefs were before Patrick Mahomes got there. They had all the pieces together. Patrick Mahomes fell into a perfect situation. Guys, that's it for tonight. If you are a Pigskin Pundit, hang out afterwards. We do got a little bit of trivia going on for you guys. But until then, we out.